That was Seckerson. Didn't see what happened there, if that was a disgruntled get-together or if it was just incidental contact.
Well, the tempers may be flaring just a bit here as we bring you in on the live look-in, brought to you by CPT Racing. CPT Racing Manufacturing. You can find them online, cptracingmfg.com. It is the Dakota Classic Modified Tour powered by Industrial Electric. We bring you in for heat race number 4. Here's your starting lineup. On the pole from Williston, North Dakota, it's the 87X Bland Bohannon. Williston's Kyler Jeffrey pilots the 72X machine. He starts outside of row 1. On to row number 2 from Trenton, North Dakota, the number 57, it's Jeremiah Ledoux. Bakersfield, California is the home to the number 13. It's Jerry Flippo. He starts 4th. On to row 3 on the inside from Pahrump, Nevada. It's the 223, Jake Pike. He lines up next to the winningest driver all time on this tour. He's got 4 Tour Series wins. It's smoking Hank Berry in the 25B from Sidney, Montana. The Ironman, Marcus Tomlinson from Turtle Lake, North Dakota is in the 5T car. Jacoby Trout from Jamestown's in the 25. And in the final row from right here in Williston, the 28C is Austin Carruthers. He lines up next to Kersey, Colorado's WW2. It's Bubba Alvarado. There's your starting lineup as we rip on into our modified portion of the race program here this evening. Heavy field of modifieds again here on the Dakota Classic Modified Tour this evening. We're going to take the top 24 into tonight's main event for a 30-lap feature here at the Basin Speedway. We're going to have 2 B mains coming up here tonight. Again, if you're just joining us, the modifieds with 5 heat races will take the 5 winners directly to the show, and then the top 7 in passing points will qualify directly into the A. Of those 7, the top 3 of passing points get into the redraw tonight, and the 8-man redraw down front that we'll have coming up in our first intermission of tonight's race program. Zach Heinebrink, the head flagman, takes a look at him, throws the green in the air. High up there he goes. And we go racing up the front straightaway as they bump and bang into corner number 1. And they come on the back straightaway with Bland Bohannon on his way. Look out. Tomlinson tied up on the back straightaway. Hang on tight. He and Jacoby Trout go for a ride. And the Ironman took it up on 2 wheels. Caution does not come out of the speedway, however, as we rip into corner number 1 and 2, and the 87X machine of Bland Bohannon now goes off the pace as the yellow light comes on, and the Tomcat performance caution is in the air, and we're going to stack them and rack them, and that does not look good for the 5T machine. That left front just isn't supposed to be towed out quite that far left. Broken material for the Ironman, Marcus Tomlinson.
Heartbreaker for the 5-time defending North Dakota state champion in Tomlinson. 2019 to what a streak of state championships for that team. As you said, the Ironman?
We call him the Ironman because of the amount of races that he gets in on a season. He's already raced 23 times on the year, and around here, the closest proximity for him for a show is Minot, which is still 50-some miles away. And then he travels out to Williston. He'll go up to Estevan. He'll take it down to Mandan and Jamestown. I mean, he travels all over the place and puts in the time. Tomlinson's still looking for his first win of the year. However, he's been in the top 10, 15 times in those 22 features. And he's had himself a pretty good little campaign put together over the last 4 seasons, make it 5, because as you mentioned, the 5-time and defending state champion of North Dakota has been able to find a way for enough points to be the guy at the top of the ladder in this great state.
2022 track champion at Nodak Speedway.
Look at Marcus Tomlinson down in the infield. He's animated down there. I'm not exactly sure what the hand gestures meant, but you see the Ironman here out of the race car. We saw him at lunch today at Doc Holiday's. He was nothing but smiles before the race program. He doesn't look as happy now, I don't think.
Well, we lost the pair of 25s, Hank Berry, 4-time series champion, off the track, 2006 winner here, by the way. And also the straight 25 of Jacoby Trout of Jamestown has exited pit side. So we're whittled down to 7 cars, 7 laps remaining, 1 lap officially completed. Bland Bohannon is your race leader. Green flag, and we're backing our way as Kyler Jeffrey and Jake Pike renewing that battle for second, but the Pahrump, Nevada racer and Pike is going to move up to P2. Here comes Jerry Flippo in the 13, trying to exploit the daylight downstairs on the 72X, but Jeffrey keeping him back. Good race for the lead here as Pike in the 223 trying to stay in. Oh my, Bohannon gets out of shape. Your leader of the first couple laps is going to go from the lead to approximately 7th. We stay green though, Nick, as Kyler Jeffrey has his hands full with the 13 of Jerry Flippo.
Yeah, if you're just joining us here tonight, we had a delayed start here at the Williston Basin Speedway. Mother Nature not playing too nice today with the hot temperatures and the wind. They prepped the track here this afternoon. The track prep didn't go the way that they were hoping to. Because of that, they had to blade it off, and we're going to be in store for a bit of a Baja here tonight. Unfortunately, it's going to be rough and tumble down the stretch for tonight's race program. That makes it interesting for the race fans. However, the guys in the cockpit probably are going to need some Advil after this race program here this evening, but it's Jake Pike right now that is looking for champagne at the end of the race program as he is up at the front of the pack, and he's well on his way here with a high raised green flag out and a healthy lead on the 72X of Williston's Kyler Jeffrey. He's got Jerry Flippo in hot pursuit of that number 13 machine, but the field has now spread out in the chain as we rip around again, and Pike will come through corners number 3 and 4. Down on the front straightaway he comes. White flag is in the air. Final time around.
5-1 run for Jake Pike right now. Might have saw a little bit of smoke puff out of the 223, and yeah, there's even more smoke in 3 and 4. He's got to hold on for just one more lap, and he will be in tonight's main event. Jake Pike from Pahrump, Nevada, victorious. Second will be Kyler Jeffrey. Jerry Flippo third. Jeremiah Ledoux finishes fourth. Bubba Alvarado will be fifth. 6 will be Austin Carruthers. Bland Bohannon will be credited with 7th. Marcus Tomlinson, Hank Berry, and Jacoby Trout. Rest of the finishing order. Maybe possibly some concerns for Jake Pike.
Yeah, there's going to be a quick assessment, I'd have to assume, down pit side after he brings the 223 machine back to the trailer here. Anytime the smoke starts to billow out of those machines, the eyebrows start to raise, especially from the pit chief. Time for a heat race number 5, and 5 of 5 for your IMCA Modifieds. Here's Mr. Ben Deathridge with the starting lineup presented by AFCO.
Justin O'Brien, last night's third place finisher from West Union, Iowa, will start inside pole in the 12J. Troy Cordes, 71C from Dunkerton, Iowa, making it all Hawkeye State front row. 2006 champion of this series. Troy Morris, the third from Bakersfield, California, second in national points entering the weekend. He is out of Bakersfield, CA in the 07X. Starts third. Jason Walla from Ray, North Dakota, 2017 national champion in the 27W. Travis Hagan, 8-time champion of this facility in car number 14T. Twice a winner already in 2024 from Williston. Chaz Baca Jr. out of Mesa, Arizona, the reigning Friesen Performance IMC Modified national champion and current point leader. Troy Girolamo in car number 2G from Williston will start 7th. John Flory, also from Williston, in the 19, will start in 8th. Jeff Oden out of Riley's Acres in the 0 will bring up the last row in 9th, along with Jeff Bieber from Fairview, Montana, in car number 89. Also want to acknowledge our wonderful marketing partner, CPT Racing Manufacturing, providing this live Facebook look. And be sure, if you're watching along, just do us a nice gesture for them and say thank you, CPT Racing Manufacturing, for providing these live look-ins. It's not too late to order your viewing pass on IMCA TV. You can also purchase your viewing pass for the rest of the week of the 2024 Dakota Classic Modified Tour powered by Industrial Electric. That's IMCA TV, where America comes to watch racing. Justin O'Brien and Troy Cordes.
I was going to say, and if you ask nicely on that Facebook post, if you comment and say, please, maybe just a few more heat races, we might even do it for you tonight.
We could do that. Yeah, we want to see some activity good activity in the comment section.
Green flag comes out. Here we go. Cordes on the high side. O'Brien in the 12J down low with Troy Morris the third. Here comes the big show. Jason Wall in the 27W has the 14T of Travis Hagen down on the inside as they bounce around through corner number 4, and up on the front straightaway we go as the dark horse in the big show. A couple local heavy hitters are side by side as they head down the back straightaway. Travis Hagen's got the advantage. Meanwhile, it's Cordes up front trying to run away here. Cordes takes the first off the board. 7 laps remain.
Travis Hagen, the 8-time, and has won the last 3 track championships at this facility. In car number 14T, pouring some fire for third on Troy Morris the third. Morris, the 2024 Arizona IMCA Tour champion earlier this winter and early spring. As of right now, he is in P3. And again, Morris and Baca, those are a couple of drivers, top 3 in the nation in the national point standings, that have been struggling to try and make some of these features to no fault of their own. It's just how stacked these races are.
Down the back straightaway we head. You see Troy Morris the third trying to hold off the dark horse Travis Hagen, the defending champion here at this racetrack, as the dark horse trying to inch closer and closer. Meanwhile, he's trying to get away from Jason the Big Show Walla, as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are all spread out, make it 6, 7, and 8 as everybody's in line. But at the front of the field, all of a sudden, we've got a battle brewing. Here comes Justin O'Brien in the 12J machine trying to hunt down the 71 of Cordes. Cordes bouncing through corners number 1 and 2. That's going to allow O'Brien to get right to the rear bumper for a moment. Who's going to navigate the holes better here? High Race Green's going to come out 2 more laps around the speedway.
Cordes right now, a little bit of an advantage over O'Brien. Troy Cordes trying to maintain position number 1. He was 18th last night at Estevan Motor Speedway. He was 13th at Nodak on Sunday night. O'Brien trying to reign supreme on the inside of the 71C, but Cordes give him the nod.
Well, you got to acknowledge that those range chassis have been good on this week on the Dakota Classic Modified Tour. One of those range cars, Ethan Broxma, is the one that is at the front of the field for the points, but it's Cordes in this one that takes the heat win. O'Brien in second. Troy Morris the third takes third, followed by Travis Hagen in fourth, Jason Walla in fifth, followed by Flory, Baca, and Odin, the cars remaining on the race surface. Race fans, let's hear it for your winner, coming to us from Dunkerton, Iowa. It's the 71C, Troy Cordes.
We're going to shift gears to the Class 2 Tough to Tame Sunoco IMCA stock cars. 1 of 3 heat races, and this heat race lineup brought to you by AFCO. Who do we got here in heat number 1, Nick?
Brennan Borg from Harwood, North Dakota starts on the point. He's in the 52. Chase Davidson had quite a run last night. He went plus 12 in the A-Main. He's in the 21C, hailing from Estevan, Saskatchewan. On to row number 2 from Mandan, North Dakota. It's Hunter Damagala in the 97. Jason Storbakken from Williston is in the number 16. On to row number 3 on the inside. It's the 21 car. We call him the Prodigy. He hails from Botno, North Dakota. It's Gabe DeShaw. Austin Brands has been red hot. He's your point leader, hailing from Boynton, Iowa. He's in the number 17. He's got a first and a second place finish on the tour through the first 2 nights of action. Dan McIntyre from Hamburg, Minnesota is in the number 92 machine. Jeremy Ritchie from Medford, Oregon is in the 15J. And in the final row, Todd Carter from Lisbon, North Dakota pilots the 19. And your defending series champion is Rob Van Mill from Barnesville, Minnesota. He's in the blue and white 40. There's your lineup presented by AFCO as we get set and ready for our first heat race. 1 of 3 for your IMCA stock cars. Again, that point standings, you've got Brands at the top of the list. He's got a 7-point lead on Williams, Madrid, McIntyre, and an 8-point lead on Starry, 10-point lead on Van Mill.
If you want more free heat races on the CPT Racing Manufacturing Live Look-In on Facebook, throw something in the comments, say more heats please, and thank you CPT Racing Manufacturing.
We're going to go 3 and 4 wide as we enter the back straightaway, and this race is on. You've got Damagala running in the 97. Here comes the 21 of Gabe DeShaw as we slide on through corner number 4 up on the front straightaway. Storbakken in the 16 holding down third. Meanwhile, Brennan Borg's at the front of the ladder. 3 wide again as they head down the back straightaway. They bump and bang here as they jockeying out for position. Austin Brands in the 17, trying to slide his way through up into a top 3. Chase Davidson running hard in the 21C machine. And Rob Van Mill, the 40 car, hemmed in the back of the pack against the 92 of Dan McIntoon. We've got action everywhere on the Speedway right now as they come on into corner number 4. And out first comes Brennan Borg, down to 5 laps remaining.
Man, the Minnesotans of Van Mill and McIntoon, they have been a couple of cats that pass a lot of cars so far this week. Van Mill started this one dead last in 10th. He's going to get a double overtake by Chase Davidson, and he's going to dispatch Jason Storbakken in car number 16. And now going after the point leader, Austin Brands, for 4th, as we've got a battle for the top place position. Brennan Borg and Hunter Damagala. Damagala going to have to settle for 2nd right now. Borg finding something a little bit better in the black and green number 52. Hunter Damagala, Gabe Deschamps, Rob Van Mill currently a +6. In Austin Brands, your top 5.
Down the back straightaway we head. Damagala working down the B52 machine as they head into corners number 3 and 4. Borg trying to hang on here. High race green's going to come out for Brennan Borg. He heads up the front chute. 2 laps remain here on the scoreboard as Damagala, Deschamps, and Rob Van Mill are in the top 4 with Brand sitting at 5th, Davidson at 6th. Rob Van Mill's the one that's back on the move now as Gabe Deschamps going to try to fend him off down on the inside. Damagala looking for the race lead as they come up on the front straightaway. They touch, they bump, they bang. They go side by side as they exit corner number 2 and head down the back chute. Into corner number 3, you better hang on to your hats. They're going to race it out for the race win here at heat race number 1. Up to the line, Hunter Damagala by a fraction in front of Borg, followed by Gabe Deschamps, Van Mill, and Brands, your top 5.
What a job by Hunter Damagala, not giving up on his pursuit around Brennan Borg. He's able to perform the overtake late in that one. Heat race number 1 of 3 for the Sunoco IMCA stock cars is Elfine. We're feeling nice. We're feeling generous. We're gonna give them one more heat race on the CPT Racing Manufacturing live look-in on Facebook. Be sure that they got to make sure that they're saying thank you CPT Racing Manufacturing, because if it weren't for them, they wouldn't be having these live look-ins, these freebies.
Big thank you again to CPT Racing. Heat race number 2 coming out onto the racetrack. Here is your starting lineup presented by AFCO. On the point from Lamar, Colorado, he's in the 2M. It's Angel Munoz. Dalton Flory's got a Tour Championship. It's been 10 years, however. He hails from Williston. He's in the 20F. He starts 2nd. Mad Mike Higgins in the 27X, hailing from Williston. He starts 3rd. Cameron Starry from Corpus Christi, Texas, is in the 8JS. Starting 5th is Brody Karlsruhe from Moorhead, Minnesota. He's in the B1. Williston, North Dakota's Justin Bachmeyer is in the 16B. Starting 7th with a great run last night, Lampett, Saskatchewan's Kyle Shope drives the number 2 car. Estevan also brings us the next competitor. He's in the 17D. It's Austin Doe. And in the back row from Williston, North Dakota, the number 20 car is smoking Joe Flory. There's your lineup for heat race number 2. Those lineups again presented by AFCO. As again, the winner goes directly into the show. We'll take the top 9 in passing points collectively through the stock car heat races to fill the field of 12. And we're actually going to take all passing points, into tonight's A feature, unlike the first 2 nights of this tour that have been raced out at Estevan and at Nodak Speedway. We rained out on round number 1 at Jamestown. So again, the 3 winners plus the passing points on how to get us into tonight's A feature of that starting lineup. To get into the redraw, we'll have the three heat race winners and the top 3 in passing points is what I'm trying to say. I think I got it there.
You got it. You have the 25 drivers that didn't win a heat race, the top 3 in passing and finishing points.
Where's that Red Bull at? Let's have another one, shall we? Green flag comes out. Let's go racing. Rewind up the front straightaway. Mad Mike Hagan, the local runner, with Dalton Flory also from right here in Williston. They go side by side. Starry and Mad Mike come together. Meanwhile, Angel Munoz hits the turbo boosters down the back straightaway. He rips it around the racetrack first, and Munoz takes lap number 1 off the board.
Not only Dalton Flory, a champion with this series in 2014 in this division, twice a track champion at this venue. He has won once, May 25th of this year. He's trying to run down Angel Munoz. Mike Hagan, 3-wide action though, caught up in the maelstrom with Cameron Starry. Starry, who was third in last night's A-main event, trying to utilize the top. Looks like he's going to work it to his advantage as Dalton Flory not backing away from Angel Munoz in the pursuit for the race lead.
Yeah, the best battle on the racetrack right now, the 16B of Justin Bachmeyer trying to hold off the 27X of Mad Mike Hagan as they slide into corners number 1 and 2. Mad Mike says, I've had enough of this. It looks like he's going to take it off the back of the Speedway potentially and back to the trailer. The Mad One retires from heat race number 2 here for your stock cars as we head on back into the battle for the front of the pack. It's Angel Munoz trying to hold off the 20F of Dalton Flory as Flory's still right there. Now Flory's got some drive cutting down through corner number 4. They go side by side up onto the front straightaway. It's still Angel Munoz that has the race lead with 3 laps to go.
Well, this is going to get wild and western as these two drivers race each other hard. The 2022 South Texas Race Ranch Modified Champion and Cameron Starry is starting to close in on both of them. This is Flory, Dalton Flory, that is his first race of the week in this division. Angel Munoz opened the week up with a 4th place result. He was 23rd last night. He's trying to get into that redraw, if he can, with the victory. White flag, Nick, one more trip around the park.
It's important to know here at the Williston Basin Speedway, the transponder loop for timing and scoring is not directly at the flag stand. It's actually in between corner number 4 and the flag stand where you see the white on the pole over here. Who will get there first? Dalton Flory comes out of the pile with a heat race win. Munoz takes second. Starry takes third. Bachmeyer in 4th, Carlsruhe to top 5, and Austin Doe on the outside of that top 5 looking in with Smokin' Joe Flory right in behind. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner in the 20F machine from right here in Williston, it's Dalton Flory. Well, race fans watching live on Facebook, we appreciate you watching. A big thank you again to CPT Racing Manufacturing. We'll be at it this entire week. Well, at least 2 more nights. Dickinson tomorrow, Thursday at Mandan. Hope you join us on IMCA TV. That will do it for the live look-in on Facebook. Whatever you do, have a good night tonight. Why don't you head on over to IMCA.tv and join us for the rest of this race program. The prison rules are going to be in full effect.
Heat race lineup brought to you by AFCO for heat race number 3 for the Sunoco IMCA Stock Cars. Final heat race of the night will be a pairing of Bonham